Good morning, YouTube. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's staying cool, keeping it cool, keeping it real, and staying blessed by God. But for us people that have been trying to sound the alarm about what's going on, we're trying to sound the alarms about all these evil people in this world. We're trying to wake you up. I've been saying this and I've seen it coming a long time ago. In the Bible, it speaks of you must take the mark to participate in their world. See, we've been trying to sound the alarm for so long. Now the UN had a meeting or a conference or whatever you want to call it, whatever title you want to put on it, a man-run meeting saying that food is not a human right. So actuality, it's funny, they're trying to say water is not a right. They're trying to say food is not a right. They're trying to say air is not a right. Your right to living, you don't have a right. This is Marxism. This is exactly what Marxism is. You don't have a right to live unless they give you the right to live. You don't have a right to grow food. You don't have a right to do anything. Even to get into some of these shops, these stores, you have to look up at the camera or you have to have a mark. We've been saying this is coming. Well, it's here. Why are these celebrities painting their houses and homes these certain color blues? Why? Because the direct energy weapons can't affect blue as a color. See, these direct energy weapons, if you pay attention, Oprah's house didn't burn. Why? Because it was blue. And if you pay attention to the way this happened, it's almost like a laser beam just went across and it burnt. You know, like when they remove tattoos, it just happens. They have that technology for tattoos. What says they don't have it for wiping out the earth? They can erase, literally erase, whole colonies of people at a push of the button. They can erase your home. They can zap one home at a time and make it look like an accident. They've been talking about this kind of technology for years. And I'm telling you, we've been sounding the alarm. This morning on my Instagram, I posted it. I caught a picture of the skyline. Beautiful skyline. And this beautiful skyline, if you pay attention and you look, it almost looks like buildings in the sky. So is God revealing that heaven is real? By allowing people to see certain things? I think he is, because he wants to remind us that he is still in control. It doesn't matter what weapons systems they have. See, they can try to eliminate God as much as they want with their technology. They can try to force this mark of the beast on you. The only way you're going to accept it is if they try to starve you out. They try to starve you. See, they don't count on the people that are raised in the country that know how to raise food. We know how to grow our own gardens. See, they ain't counting on all that. So actuality, they're counting on people just to buckle under and, okay, I give up. No, we don't give up. This is the message for those billionaires that live in their delusional world. We're not going to give up, even if you destroy our homes. And no, we're not giving up on our freedom. See, the one thing you can't take from us is our freedom, our rights, our very lives. You can't take that because that's not given to us by you. God gave us that breath of life. You can't take what God has given us. I don't care if you take my life. The life that I live does not belong to you, the billionaires. The life that I live does not belong to the President of the United States. The life that I live does not belong to the UN. It doesn't belong to this New World Order economics forum, BlackRock, Vanguard, whoever. It doesn't belong to you. See, my rights and my living has never belonged to you. You haven't paid with blood and sacrificed your life for my life. Jesus Christ did. He paid that price. Unless you're willing, the owners of Vanguard, willing to lay down your lives for the very people that you say that you own, that you say that you are trying to force to do things that you want. Because Vanguard actually is caught on video saying that they're trying to force change, force you to do something, force you to do. That's what they're trying to do, is trying to do it by force. Remember, Hitler did the same thing. He tried to do by force. All these different dictators throughout history, they tried to do it by force. And if you pay attention, they're doing the same thing, but they're doing it with technology now. See, we have allowed them to hide in secrecy and build all these weapons in secrecy and do all this stuff in secrecy for so far too long. When the government says we got top secret, that means that citizens has no right to know what's going on, according to them. See, we the citizens are paying that bill. We the citizens are funding the banks, the very banking systems that are funding these projects. Without us, they have nothing. See, this is where everybody in America, in the world, needs to stop paying these governments. Stop supporting these governments. You need to wake up. We've been saying this is going on. We've been saying that they're coming after your children. Look what they're doing. They're coming after your children. We've been saying that they're wanting to promote hate, not love. They're wanting to promote the slave mentality. That's exactly what they're doing. See, we've been sounding the alarm for so long. We're getting tired of saying it. We're getting tired of you not listening and not looking at the evidence on Instagram and all these different apps. We're getting tired of saying the evidence is out there, but you're not looking. It's like leading a horse to water. You can't make them drink. See, knowledge is power, and they don't want you to have that power. They don't want you to have the knowledge of what they're doing. So they hide in secrecy. They hide because they're cowards. I guarantee you, if you pull all them billionaires out of them big mansions and put them in the streets with the crowds, and you put them on the streets, they're going to cower. They're going to be very cowardly people. The only way they act strong or look strong is because they have money. They have all these corporations and these billionaires and these people that are protecting them with guns that they're trying to take away from us. They don't want us to have guns. They don't want us to have the ability to fight back and the ability to disable their technology. See, that's what they're trying to hide. They're trying to hide the fact that we know how to shut them down. But we got too many cowardly people in this world that are not willing to stand up and fight. We got people being arrested for what? Nothing. At school boards and city council meetings just because somebody got offended. Their feelings got hurt. Oh my goodness. Somebody got hurt. See, one thing I keep saying that God detests is cowardly people. God's people need to stand up. The people, patriotic people, whether you believe in God or not, need to stand together. It's time to stand up. It's time to take these people out. It's time to see what they're doing to Trump is just the beginning. See, Trump's allowing them to expose themselves. See, what they're doing is actually a crime because it's false arrest, it's false allegations, it's false everything. Everything is built on lies. That's what they're doing about us. Everything is built on lies. They said that you don't have a right to food now. You don't have a right to your water, to your wells, to the water that is natural in the environment. You don't have a right to it. Why are they doing these derailed trains, and that have poisons and forever chemicals in them? Because they're poisoning the water because they want you to have their water. They want you to drink of their water, drink of their food, or eat of their food. And yeah, basically drink of their food because it's chemically grown sludge and slime. It's not even pure food anymore. It's all genetically modified, and they want to feed you. They want you to be the pigs in the pigsties where they're feeding you slop. That's what they want you to be. They want you to breed like freaking animals. They want you only to breed when they say you can breed, and they want you to do all kinds of stuff. They want you to be 100% compliant. I'm telling you, I've been sounding the alarm. Me and about 100 million other people. Law enforcement videos. How many law enforcement videos does it take where it shows that law enforcement is not for us anymore? It's not for our right. They swear an oath to uphold and defend the constitutional rights and the freedom of the people. But yeah, here's the thing. How many videos, First Amendment audits or constitutional audits or police accountability videos or whatever, God forbid, whatever videos, where cops are being arrested for breaking the very laws that they're supposed to enforce, for violating people's rights and freedoms. God forbid. We hold our government accountable. You know, the First Amendment has 5 parts to it. And religion is one of them. Press is one of them. You are the press. When you record and disseminate information, you become the press, the free press. See, there's a thing called free press. And that means that you disseminate information to the rest of us. How do you do that? You do it by any means necessary, from CB radios on up to our cell phones to ham radios to... Why is it that they don't want you to have ham radios or CB radios at a certain frequency? Why? Because they want to control the airwaves. They want to control exactly what you say or do. Why is it that ham radios have to have a license? Because they want to control exactly what you say or do. They don't want you disseminating information. Why do you think social media is so regulated and so monitored by the government that anybody that talks about freedom, they get put on a list? A list of defiance, a list of whatever. Why do you think this is? Because they don't want you just talking about freedom. They don't want you talking about China trying to influence our elections. They don't want you trying to talk about Russia and China teaming up together, or all the stuff that we know is true. That Biden took money from Ukraine and everywhere else. That Biden's son is nothing but a crackhead. He's a pedophile crackhead. His dad's a pedophile. He's a pedophile. Why is it that they're trying to silence all this stuff? Why is it that Oprah was trafficking children and she's not being held accountable? Why is it that Hillary Clinton was helping with trafficking children and not being held accountable? Why is it that the Democratic Party is the party of demonic people and pedophiles? Because they always have been. People just haven't looked at it as that way. Because the KKK and everybody else that belongs to the Democratic Party, the pedophiles, the transgender cults, the satanic cults, that's the demonic party. I'm telling you, this stuff has been going on in front of your face for a long time. It's been going on in front of my face. Until I started actually looking into it and checking to see if it's real. And finding out that it is real, I didn't see it. I'm telling you, we've been sounding the alarm, but nobody's listening. See, Hawaii has the biggest alarm system there is. And yet it was shut off. Why? Who paid off the governor and the mayors and everybody else? Why were they conveniently out of town? All of them conveniently out of town. The police chief, everybody. They were conveniently out of town. So convenient. You know, there's so many questions coming up, and there's video evidence of what's actually going on, but yet people are not wanting to listen because they want to bury their head in the sand and say, no, they wouldn't do that. It's not on the news. Remember, the news is owned by the very corporations that are doing exactly what they are doing. What we have been saying. They're the corporations, Vanguard, BlackRock, and all these others, the Bloomberg Society, all these others, they are trying to say that they predict the way humanity should be and the way it's going to go, and they predict everything. They do it. They. See, no, they don't. God does. God tells you exactly what's going to happen. The Bible is written. It is written in the Lamb's Book of Life as exactly what's going to happen. Your name, if you believe in God and believe in Jesus Christ, will be in that book. So actuality, y'all need to wake up. We're sounding the alarm. We're sounding it so loud, but yet people still not listening. They're turning their heads. Y'all need to recognize exactly what's going on. These companies that are going into places like Canada now, where they're digging up all these minerals and all this junk for this electric cars, they are destroying the environment. They're taking a beautiful place like Canada and they'll destroy it. Africa, they're having children dig with their hands to get these minerals out of the ground so you can drive your electric car, your electronic piece of shit. And I said I wasn't going to cuss on this one, but I am, because I'm frustrated. This electronic junk that they're selling you that runs off of lithium ion. I'm telling you, I'm frustrated. I'm getting frustrated at the American people that are fighting, and they're getting arrested for what? For nothing. And they're not being recognized. And the people are not recognizing that what they're doing is a good thing. because they are standing up and fighting. Those people that are standing up and filing the lawsuits and putting these people in check and start trying to wake these people up at the school board meetings and the city councils or right in front of law enforcement's face. They're trying to wake up the law enforcement. If you are following orders or arresting people and just following these laws that violate constitutional rights and freedom without question, then you're a part of the problem. You're no better than the Nazi party from World War II. You're going to be following orders, and we're going to have to stand up against you. You're going to have come to a choice one day. Either you stand with the people, or you stand with this evil, satanic entity that is trying to destroy humanity. Make your choice, law enforcement. Make your choice, federal agencies. If you belong to these agencies, make your choice. Bless me. But anyways, you're going to have to make your choice. You're going to have to make a choice one day. Because even God says, you cannot sit on the fence line and serve two masters. You can't do it. You got to serve one or the other. Either Satan or God. So I'm telling you, make your choice today, because the alarm is being sounded. It's being set off. We're saying it. Hey, it's here. Paul Harvey, way back in the day, sounded the alarm. Different people throughout history have sounded the alarm. This is what's going on. But yet the people were sleeping. For so long, people have been saying that this stuff is coming. Well, it's here. You can't even get food in some places without having some identifier, your facial recognition or a mark of the beast of some kind or something. See, China has it already set up to where their people were completely enslaved to the system. They're talking about these smart cities, and people are going to constantly talk about them. That they're basically concentration camps. They're 15-minute cities. You can only go 15 minutes outside of your home. You can't travel across the United States unless you have permission from the government. You can't drive a car without permission. You can't ride a bicycle without permission. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't even exercise without permission. You can't even breathe or eat food without permission. You can't even fall in love without permission to that nice, beautiful young lady or young man. No, because they want to change the gender of that man and that woman, and they want you to be homosexuals or whatever. Because that's what they want you to push. They want to push that. See, these people are so delusional, they don't understand what they want. They know what the agenda is because they set up the agenda. We've been listening to these delusional people that can't even answer questions for far too long. You know, these liberals. The alarm's being sounded. You better start listening. You better start doing your research, and you better start doing your part to defend your own freedom, your very own freedom, your family's freedom, your child's freedom, your grandchildren's freedom. Because your grandchildren are going to be the ones that's going to be paying for this. For the lack of doing anything. They're going to be the ones paying for this. Not you. You're going to be living it up in your house. Nice house, and nice cars, and nice all this other stuff. But when it comes to your kids, they ain't going to be able to afford this because they don't have the mark. I'm telling you, all this stuff is coming. So, don't let your grandchildren or your great-grandchildren pay for this. Don't let all this happen. Start getting educated and standing up today. Don't let the sun set on you and your freedom and your rights. Today is the day that we stand up. Today is the day we stand with Trump and all these others that are fighting against all this stuff. Today is the day we stand up together. Not tomorrow. Not well when I get more money. No. If it's just putting your voice out there like I'm doing, do it. I mean, if you can't afford to get out there and run all over the place, but in your own town, you can actually start sounding the alarm in your own town and in your own family. Heck, your own family and your own friends, you can start telling them and educating them about their rights and their freedoms. Start sounding the alarm. Start saying, this is happening, this is what it is. Because I'm telling you, if you don't sound it today, they're going to pay for it tomorrow. Have a good day. God bless.